What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. And I woke up today and was just devastated. I mean, how many people feel the same way? We started to climb up. We made it all the way to 41,000. And then we just fell. I mean, man, it really is disheartening. Like, I'm the one that always says, just hold on. It's just, temporary. Think of the long term. When in doubt, zoom out. And man, I see this and it hurts. It just hurts, man. I was at, almost double what I'm at now. So I lost basically half of my portfolio during this big dip. And I was hoping to recover some of that now. And I was hoping that starting of, the breakout was going to continue. And I really had strong feelings that it was. And normally I've been right about that. So this just shows you it doesn't matter what you think right now. The market is being manipulated by the banks, by the billionaires, by the whales, by the miners, by the pool. There's just so many different ways, by Elon Musk. There's just so many different ways and things that affect the price of Bitcoin. I mean, 3, 4 different countries just adopted it or are going to adopt it or are talking about adopting it as legal tender, but yet the price goes down? That is price manipulation. Something is happening here to make this happen. Look at that big dump right here. Boom, boom, boom. Those are 4-hour candles. Those are big. I mean, basically all of the stuff from the pump is now gone. All of that is now gone. So whoever bought over here is now selling up here, over here, and over here. So that's what they're doing. These rich people are just buying, waiting for the price to go up, and then they're selling it off. That's why you have to have diamond hands during this time. Bitcoin is still going to take off. There is so much price manipulation going on. You had the death cross and then you had the golden cross. And I don't even like death crosses. They suck. They're not good indicators, in my opinion. So it looks like it did play out, though. So the death cross played out more than the golden cross did. The golden cross, is supposed to play out, I guess, down here somewhere, maybe. So maybe we will see a pump to the upside now that we went way down. I think it's still going to turn around and we're going to continue the bull market. It might even consolidate sideways for a little while first. But I'm telling you, we're going to end up going back up and we're going to see all-time highs by the end of 2021. You can mark my words on that. We can come back to this video and say it exactly whatever minute, boom, I said that. And exactly as predicted, just like I said, and it's going to happen. I'm just really bad at timing. I'm not a short-term trader. I am not. I am a medium to long-term trader. So in the short term, I normally always am off just a little bit. On the long term, I am spot on. So I'm going to hold until I get my profit back, until my money goes back to the way that it was. And if it doesn't happen, if something happens and we are in a bear market and this is the end, I'm going to wait for the next bull market to come around in the next 4 years. If I have to sit on that Bitcoin for that long, and I'll just accumulate the whole time for the next 4 years until it goes back up. That's kind of what I wanted in the first place. I actually didn't want Bitcoin to go up this much. I actually told my mom, I was like, I hope Bitcoin doesn't go up that fast yet, because I want to be able to accumulate as much as possible before it goes up. Because I knew at 10,000, at even 8,000, I was telling my friends, my family, this was back in May of last year, I was telling them to buy Bitcoin. Nobody was talking about it. It wasn't in the news. MicroStrategy hadn't had it yet. Tesla hadn't had it yet. The reason I got in is because news of the halving. And I saw patterns in the chart that I loved, and I knew that it was coming up again, and I was hoping for another bear market, or another bull market, I'm sorry. And it did happen, but I didn't accumulate as much Bitcoin as I wanted, and now that's even harder. So imagine accumulating, like I wanted a full Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin at the $8,000 or $9,000, $10,000 level, because I knew they were going to be worth a lot of money one day. So I was trying to accumulate, and by the time I had about 0.37 Bitcoin, the price skyrocketed from 10,000 up to 20, 25,000, then up to 30,000, 35, and then just kept going. And it was harder and harder to buy Bitcoin. It was more expensive. It was harder to accumulate Satoshis, and buy Satoshis and accumulate them from the surveys and the sites. And actually, it made the surveys harder because the price went up, and the websites and the companies made the surveys way harder, and it was harder to earn stuff on the faucets that I was telling you guys about in my previous videos, where I earned some Bitcoin. To be honest, that amount on there, I don't know, it fluctuates or something. I know I've earned quite a bit from there. I don't know if it's the exact amount I put on there, but that's what it says. That's what their records indicate. So that's all I have to go off of. I didn't, calculate exactly how much I transferred out of there, but I'm pretty sure that it's pretty close. And, but, we're at $35,600 now. And we were just at like 41,000. This happened within a day. So this death cross, maybe there's a little bit more merit to it than we think, because look, in the short term, it is a pretty good indicator, because we came down here. So I think we could either, maybe even touch down to 33 and bounce up, or we could consolidate sideways for a little while, 34, 35, 36, and then eventually go up. Either way, I think we're going to go up. I don't think it's going to be long-term bear market right now, or even a short-term bear market. We might have some losses and some sideways, but ultimately we are headed up to higher prices. This is actually therapy for myself today, because at the beginning of this video, I was like, man, I am getting fed up with this. But it's just the name of the game. When you constantly are getting beat down, boom, beat down, down. We start to go up, down. We start to go up, down. So that gets a little irritating after a while, if you're not used to it. This is my first, full season of a bull cycle, a bull market, So yeah, it gets disheartening sometimes, man. Especially, it doesn't even hurt that bad right here. It doesn't even hurt that bad. You're like, yeah, okay, this is a correction. That's fine. Yeah, it kind of stings. I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't hurt that bad, because you have faith in Bitcoin. You know where it's going. It sucks. You don't want it to do that, but healthy corrections are part of a market, and I understand that. That's okay. But start to go up, beat down. 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 I mean, it's a definite trend in Bitcoin. You know, it's like, hi, we're going up, fake. Hi, we're going up, psych. Hi, we're gonna go sideways for a little while, psych. You know, it's a tricky market, and this is wrecking longs and shorts. That's why, guys. The price has no reason to go up and down like that so much. I mean, look, it doesn't happen as much back here. It looks a little bit different up here to me. It just looks like it's more steep. Like the gains are smaller and the drops are steeper. That's what I mean. Oh man, what am I doing? Moving stuff around here? Whoops. I don't even know where it went now. Whatever though, this thing kind of confuses me at times. If you guys are fairly new to this, like I've been here a couple, like maybe a little over a year, but on Bitstamp, I've probably been on Bitstamp for like a couple months. That's it, 2 months. So I'm still learning technical analysis. I don't give short-term price predictions ever. I might throw an estimation out there, but I don't put any weight behind that. Long term, Bitcoin is going to go up. We're going to see 100,000 price before 2021. I am holding my Bitcoin, even though this stuff keeps happening. What if we go all the way back down to 10,000? If that happens, which is very, 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 very unlikely, then I'm just going to go back to my original mindset and try to accumulate like a couple Bitcoin, as many Bitcoin as I can get, while it's down at a cheaper price. Because at 10,000, man, I'd go get a loan at that point. I never say borrow money for crypto. That's the worst thing that you could do, even if you're 100% sure. But if Bitcoin goes back down to $10,000, I'm getting a $100,000 loan, and I'm buying 10 Bitcoin. Then I'll become rich. I'll pay back the little loan of whatever. If they would approve my loan, I'd pay that back, and then I would like 10x my money. When Bitcoin goes up to 100,000 after that. And then boom, I got $1 million. So I just turned $100,000 into $1 million. So if Bitcoin goes back down to $10,000, worst case scenario, I'm going to sell everything to buy it. Everything I have that's worth money. I mean, I'm going all in. I should have done that the first time. I actually was looking into a loan, and Bitcoin just went up too fast before I actually committed and got everything through. I was really seriously thinking it was only going to be like a $10,000 loan, though. It was a smaller loan. I was going to go for it. I was going to put it in Bitcoin. Imagine if I would have had a full Bitcoin. And then it went up to, that was at $10,000. And then it went up to, $64,000. And I probably would have sold somewhere around 58 or 60,000 probably. Honestly, I would have 6x'd my money, been able to pay back the $10,000 loan, and had 50 racks. So unfortunately, I have made a few mistakes as a new trader. I guess you can't say that not borrowing money is a mistake, though. I don't consider that a mistake because that was risky anyway. But no risk, no reward, right? Nobody became rich by not taking risks. So sometimes you lose, but if you win and you win big, it can change your life, especially in crypto. So just keep that in mind. I would never say put crypto on a credit card or take out a loan, but if Bitcoin goes back down to $10,000, recheck me on that. So, all right, I just wanted to let you guys know, kind of this was for me as well, because I'm kind of freaking out, guys. I kind of just calm myself down about it a little bit because this just sucks. I really thought that we were going to see a nice recovery and new all-time high, because the countries that are adopting it, and Bitcoin going green, which is huge in politics, which means it's huge in the population of people. And so a lot of people will hate on Bitcoin if it is economically or environmentally devastating. So if we can get clean energy, clean Bitcoin, they're using volcanoes, they're using dams, they're using clean energy to mine Bitcoin. So we are doing good things. The price isn't showing it as of yet. That's because they haven't actually implemented the changes yet. They're just talking about them. So once these changes go into effect, Bitcoin becomes greener as the year goes on. We are only in June right now. So even in 2017, we are on track with the bull market, with the bull cycle, the 4-year cyclical chart, and the cyclical nature of Bitcoin, the way that it was designed to reduce supply and to increase demand over the years. It is just doing what it's supposed to. So we will see if it keeps on track to 100,000. So I think Bitcoin is on track right now to 100K. I really do. So laser eyes all the way. I am seeing, actually, now that I'm looking here, you guys seeing this? Oh, that was sloppy, but you see I'm new at this, but there we go. Uno, dos. Inverse head and shoulders, possibly? No. Maybe it was back here. And we already broke the neckline. So actually it looks like that was right there. Look at that. That is definitely an inverse head and shoulders right there. We broke the neckline here. And this one doesn't count. Let's get out of here. Erase this. Because I'm pretty sure that this part has to be further down than this part. I mean, you could even say that this part was, then you'd have to go all the way back here, though. But I say this is definitely an inverse head and shoulders. You see we broke the neckline right here and then down. Now, I don't... All right, let me see if I can see anything in the charts here right now. I wish I would have saw this before. This right here on the 4-hour chart, the inverse head and shoulders pattern right here, because that's pretty cool, and it did break the neckline. So that would have been a good place to actually, trade. But I don't really do short term, but I can show you guys, if I see patterns like this, and you can do with it what you want. Okay. So really, yeah, there is looking a bit like an ascending triangle right here. A little bit. Yeah. I see maybe an ascending triangle. Or an ascending wedge, I'm sorry. That looks like an ascending wedge to me. So we could come up here, test this, come back down, or we could break up. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen here. That we bounce, because look, we bounce off of this perfectly right here. 35, there's support right here at 35,500 about. 35,700, somewhere in there. 35,000. I think it's 35,200. I don't know the exact price. Somewhere in the 35,000. There's support here, and if it bounces up, we could have a nice breakout, or it could bounce back down, and we could have a breakdown before we see another breakup. So those are the things that I see in the charts. All right. That being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bam.